Let's imagine you and I are sitting across from each other, maybe at a little coffee shop or in your living room. I want to have a conversation with you, not just a lecture, because wealth, my friend, is not something that happens to you. It's something that happens because of you. And if you ever wonder why some people seem to have more than they'll ever spend while others struggle just to get by, well, today, I'm going to tell you exactly why. Let's start with a story. Years ago, a young man came to me, full of frustration. He said, "Jim, I've been working hard for years, but I'm still broke. I can't seem to get ahead." And I said, "I understand, but let me ask you a question. Are you working harder on your job than you are on yourself?" He looked at me, puzzled. "Well, yeah," he said. I smiled. "That's your problem. Wealth is attracted to the person you become, not the hours you clock in. You want more, you've got to become more. That's the first secret. You don't chase wealth. You attract it by growing into the kind of person who's worthy of it. It's not about the money. It's about the mindset, the skills, the discipline, and the character you develop. Now, I'll be honest with you. When I was 25, I was broke. Not just broke. I was embarrassed. I had promises I couldn't keep. I had potential I wasn't living up to. And I remember sitting in my little apartment, staring at my empty pockets, and I said to myself, this has got to change. But for things to change, I must change. That was the turning point. I realized my wealth was never going to exceed me. So I started reading. I started learning. I started surrounding myself with people who thought bigger than I did. I went from earning pennies to earning fortunes, not because of luck, but because I was becoming the kind of person who could handle wealth. You see, wealth isn't just money. Money is part of it, sure, but wealth is freedom. Wealth is confidence. Wealth is the ability to write a check and solve a problem. Wealth is waking up in the morning and choosing how to spend your day because you're no longer a slave to the alarm clock. And that kind of wealth starts with philosophy, not a paycheck. Let me give you another story. There was a man named Mr. Shoaff. He was the one who turned my thinking upside down. He said, "Jim, don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills." Those words changed my life. I stopped complaining about taxes, the economy, and what I didn't have. I started asking, what do I need to learn to get to where I want to go? That question alone made me wealthier than I could have imagined. Because here's the truth. Wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and what you do with it. You can make $1 million a year and still be broke if you're not disciplined. Or you can earn $50,000 and become wealthy if you invest, save, and multiply. Wealth is a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned. Let's talk about those skills. First, you need the skill of earning. You've got to find a way to make money. That's obvious. But most people stop there. They work, they earn, and they spend. The second skill is keeping. Learning how to save, budget, and control your spending. And the third skill is multiplying. That's when you take your money and put to work for you, investing in businesses, stocks, real estate, or whatever avenue fits your strengths. You stop trading time for money and start trading money for freedom. But before you even get to those skills, you've got to work on something more important, yourself. Wealth doesn't come to the person with the best degree or the fanciest title. It comes to the person with the best philosophy. That's why you see lottery winners go broke. They get money without the mindset to sustain it. You got to earn wealth mentally before you earn it physically. I'll never forget when I first started learning about wealth. I was skeptical. I thought, these principles sound simple. Can it really be this straightforward? But then I realized the truth. Wealth is simple, but it's not easy. Simple because the principles are timeless. Work hard, save, invest, grow yourself. Not easy because it requires discipline, patience, and humility. It requires saying no to short-term pleasure for long-term gain. Let me tell you a little about discipline. When I was broke, I decided I would never let a dollar slip through my fingers without a plan. I started a little rule. Every time I earned $1, I'd give 10%, save 10%, and live on the rest. That simple habit was my first step to freedom. Wealth doesn't come from one big decision. It comes from small, wise decisions repeated every single day. Think about the farmer. He plants a seed, waters it, waits, nurtures it. And only after months or years does he see the harvest. Wealth works the same way. Most people want instant wealth. They want to plant a seed today and eat fruit tomorrow. But the wealthy understand seasons. They understand patience. They know every decision compounds over time. And here's something else Mr. Shoaff taught me. You can't get rich by accident. Nobody stumbles into wealth. You plan for it. You prepare for it. And most importantly, you deserve it. That's why personal development is the cornerstone. You can't earn a fortune until you've built the character to sustain it. Now, let's talk about opportunity. People often say, Jim, I just need the right opportunity. But here's the truth. Opportunities are everywhere. They're passing by every single day. The question isn't whether opportunity is present. The question is, are you ready for it? Because opportunity always meets us at the level of our preparation. If you're not prepared, even the greatest opportunity will slip through your fingers. I'll tell you a story of a man I once mentored. He was working a job he hated. Every day, he complained about his boss, his paycheck, his life. I told him, don't focus on the job, focus on the skills. Get so good they can't ignore you. He took my advice, and within 2 years, he wasn't just earning more, he was teaching others. He became indispensable. He attracted wealth because he invested in himself. You want to be wealthy? Stop focusing on how to earn more money and start focusing on how to become more valuable. Value creates wealth. Money is just the applause you get for solving problems. The bigger the problems you solve, the bigger the applause. Now let's get practical. If you're starting from zero, here's what I tell you. Number 1, get your mindset right. Write down what wealth means to you. Maybe it's $1 million in the bank. Maybe it's the ability to take care of your family without stress. Whatever it is, define it. You can't hit a target you can't see. Number 2, increase your skills. Learn something every single day that makes you more valuable. Read books, take courses, find mentors. A skill is like a key. It unlocks doors that money alone never will. Number 3, manage your money with wisdom. Make a simple budget. Live on less than you earn. Start saving. Even if it's $10 a week, start now. Wealth is built one decision at a time. Number 4, invest early and often. Don't wait until you're ready. Start with what you have. The earlier you start, the more time works for you. Number 5, give. Generosity creates a wealth of its own. It opens doors, builds relationships, and reminds you that money is a tool, not a master. Let me leave you with this. Wealth is not a mystery. It's not reserved for the lucky few.